If you told me this image of Tyra Banks sandwiched in between two furries while watching an NBA match was AI generated, I would probably believe you. But turns out, it is real. And it did happen. And I'm still trying to process it. But yeah, I just want to talk about something that is pretty lighthearted. It's just something kooky, weird I saw on the internet, wanted to talk about. And this is pretty strange.
When I noticed that these two furries came out and they started hanging out with Tyra Banks. And at first they were vibing and everything was good and everything was happy and they were like chilling together. But then Tyra Banks started getting really weird and like her body language changed. And then I started to realize that maybe she's not in on it and that like somebody's pranking her or something and sent these furries out because she was just looking at them and she was so, look at her face. And then I thought that maybe she was in on it, but dude, they were there for like 30 minutes. And then they put her on the Jumbotron with the two. After that, it was game over. She really just stopped talking to them. She was like, I don't like this anymore. And she was just, somebody take these furries away. This guy just ignores her. She tried to complain. It was painful to watch. And I just couldn't believe it. I was going to go down and rescue her. But I just didn't because I was laughing too hard. And then the security came and took her. I have no idea what I watched.
I just want to say, it feels like going through a lobotomy, sitting right in between these two furries who are getting real physical with one another. I'm not a furry. I don't understand furries. As long as they don't hurt anyone, I guess. Sure, but like it's such a bizarre situation to be in. You're trying to watch an NBA match and then you see something like this. It's kind of hard to focus on the game. I'm surprised the players could even focus with what was going on there. I just like the desperate attempt that Tyra gives the security guard or someone to get their attention to come help with the situation. And it looks like the guy missed his QuickTime event because he just straight up zooms by. I don't know. Maybe she thought they were just mascots at first, and then the mascots got a bit touchy, and they started explaining what unique furry terminology is, and that's when she realized, yeah, these ain't mascots. They're really pouncing on each other, aren't they? Yeah, I would not wish this kind of lobotomized torture on my worst of enemies. Ooh boy, like how do you explain this? Like how would you even explain this to anyone? To do something like this on a stranger as well, it's a bit much, absurd, insane. I could like throw a bunch of words out for this. It's funny, but also very sad. Like you're watching someone who's getting like a strange form of punishment being dealt upon them. But yeah, if you're wondering like how could this have gone on for so long, like you mentioned, for 30 minutes or so she was sitting there, and clearly she was uncomfortable. A person like her, a celebrity, should have a bodyguard or security, and eventually security did come, but like way too late, I believe. Like it clearly feels like a publicity stunt, because it is. But yeah, you've been bamboozled, tricked, smeckledorfed. It's just a public marketing stunt for Donald Grover's latest show, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a spy comedy, which is working because I'm talking about it. The news, they picked up on it as well. It's just, I don't know how two furries messing with Tyra Banks at a basketball game somehow ties to the show. Maybe there's some sort of plot element around it, or it's just spur of the moment. Who knows? Who knows with this planet? But yeah, the other two stunts were just some comedian was told to like get off the stage. Like they evacuated the comedian in the middle of his set, as well as the audience.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, geez, everything all right? Just want to make sure everybody's good here. What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Hey. All right. All right. Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah, we just need everybody to get out, please. Mark's not coming back. Nice and slow. Everything's fine. But
The other was this artist who was showing their shoe with rhinestones in it. Lights go out, and then when the lights come back on again, someone stole the shoe. That one I understand how that would connect to the show, spy thriller, whatnot. And the comedian one, they said something about a name drop, which is connected to a character. But the furries one, that's when I want to go back to, because that genuinely was weird to me. Because when I first saw it, I genuinely did not think anything of it. I didn't even know the show existed, to be honest. And I probably still won't watch it. But just that event of the furries at the basketball game was pretty funny. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious to me. Just the fact is that life is so absurd that I could see something like that happening and accept it. I think that's what made me laugh the most. Honestly, I wish it was real just to get like real reactions. You could tell like Tyra's acting, but man, it would be nice to have it happen to an actual person. In fact, honestly, since it's Donald Grover, I could see this being something like from Community, based on his last character. That's something his character would have done in that show. Somehow that would have been him and Abed in the other suit. So, yeah, I wish I could see an episode like that again. Community was great. Sometimes in life, it's good to just laugh at the simple things, not worry about your favorite YouTuber turning out to be some sort of monster doing degenerate things, or like just reading about that WWE CEO Vince McMahon or whatever his name is doing deplorable things. You just need a break and see dumb, silly stuff like this once in a while, you know. It gives your brain a nice laugh. I used to wonder like what my uncles and whatnot meant by fishing is like their ultimate escape, because in my head as a kid I just thought fishing's boring. You wake up early in the morning, you go in the middle of nowhere in a lake, and you just sit there waiting for fish to catch. But now that I'm older, I get it. I get my family now when they talked about fishing, or just any hobby in general that disconnects you from the absurdity of like drama and all that negative stuff that pretty much weighs you down the more you read about it. Like, I used to watch a lot of true crime stuff and a lot about criminals, and that stuff gets to you. It really does. And I haven't stopped, of course. Like, you should stay informed about these things. It's just sometimes you need a break from the doom and gloom and look at the silliness that's happening in the world and just enjoy the little tidbits of happiness that come your way. If you just focus on the misery, well, misery is then all you'll ever see. So, yeah. I know this wasn't the most profound video you'll ever see, but hope it gets you to think about the good things in your life, even a little bit. Hope you all have a nice day, night, wherever you watch this, and that's all there is.